Good afternoon, everyone. I'm making a quick video here, just going over all the stuff that I make for the Lone Peak campers and other campers, and also putting a video out for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I told you guys I was going to do it, and we're definitely doing it. I'm at my new place right now. We're right in the process of finishing up all of our projects before we start moving into this house that we got back in October. I just had all of our cabinets delivered this morning, so I've been over here since 7 o'clock this morning. It's about noon now. But yeah, figured I'd do a video real quick since we're going to be doing the 1,000 sub giveaway, going over all the stuff that I make for the campers. Still sticking to everything. Whoever wins this will get basically one of everything I make for the campers. If you already have something, if you win and you already have some of the stuff, we can talk about swapping it out for doubles of other things or whatever you guys want to do. But figured I'd give you guys kind of a tour here of what we're doing. So we are doing a full remodel of the kitchen. Cabinets got delivered today, so I pulled all the cabinets that were put in the house back in the 90s. Put all the hanging cabinets out here in the garage. I threw away a couple of them, and then pulled this out, the old oven that was in the wall. I'm still debating on if I'm going to keep this. If I keep it, I want to hook this up and use it for a powder coating oven. But just a bunch of storage. I built this bench. It's only 20 inches deep, so I can still pull my truck in here if I need to. I built it so it's comfortable for me to stand at and work. And then gonna do doors across here, so all of the stuff that I end up storing down here are covered. I got my welders moved in. I got my arc droid and my table that I built a couple years ago moved over. Everything in here is on casters minus my tire machines, so I'll be able to move everything. I've got a big, my Mac toolbox will be going along this wall, so all this stuff's not staying here. But yeah, I got both my TIG and MIG welders. All my power is ran for everything. My quick jacks, the 7500s or 7000s, so I can lift my truck. Tire machines I've had for, I don't know, 10 years or so. I like doing my own tires. I've ran a tire shop for the last 12 years or so out of the shop. But I'm getting everything out of the shop and moving it over to the house so I can have everything under one roof. I'll have my plasma table set up. I'm going to put my compressor either right there between that pillar and the door, or if I get rid of this, I might put it in this corner. I was thinking of putting it outside, but I think I'm going to keep it inside to keep everything kosher. My little bandsaw there, my drill press, my bench grinder, my belt sander and disc sander down there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. My press brake from Swag Off-Road with a Harbor Freight press. I can still use it as a press or pull the press brake off if I want to. 3D printed all of this grid wall back on the back side here, so I'll be able to hang stuff, whatever I need. I put all of these LED puck lights in the ceiling. There used to be only that bar light, and then that bar light used to be right there, and those were the only two lights in the entire garage. So I put the bar light there. That's on a switch now, so I'll have a benchtop LED light here, and then I think I installed like 12 lights total out here. The old speakers I pulled out of the ceiling inside that were all yellowed, I put them out here, and those are hooked up to an amp right there. I'm out of my old TV out here, just trying to get everything organized. This side I'm leaving so my wife can park inside. We have our old fridge that was in the house when we bought it. That's out here now for a garage fridge. My pressure washer, I have hot water here out in the garage, so I'll be able to hot pressure wash, which will be nice. I just put a kind of a storage here. All of this, it's kind of just a jumbled mess right now because, like I said, we're right in the middle of a remodel. Had hookups for a sink that were never installed, so I put a sink out here so I'll be able to wash up when I'm all nasty. And then out of the garage, the previous owner put a temporary wall in here. It's not actually attached. And they had a shop out here, or office. This will be my print room in my office. It only had 2 lights in here as well, so I installed 6 of those puck lights in here. This will be where all my printers are at. I have an A1 that I never unboxed. That'll get unboxed. I'll have 2 A1s and 2 P1Ss on top with AMSs. I started moving some of my filament over. All this is my PLA. I think I might have to do a 3rd row for all my PETG that I print with all the time. I'm gonna put a desk along both these walls here. I'll put my laser engraver and cutter over here, my resin printer so I can evacuate all the exhaust out the windows, and then this will all be my shipping area. And my other FDM printer, I've got a S4, so it's like twice the size of a regular printer that I don't use currently, so that'll get put in there. And this will be all my stock shelves. These are shelves I pulled out of our old kitchen. When we started remodeling, I pulled all the cabinets and all the shelving out of the pantry. We're not using the pantry as a pantry anymore, so repurposed those, brought them out here. Furnace and hot water heater out here, so it actually keeps this room pretty warm. But I got the furnace place coming. I'm gonna have them put a heater out the side here. Central vac, house was wired for it, and all the tubes are ran but never used, so I hooked all the central vac stuff up. LED sign that I printed out. They both light up, but I'm gonna have those wired in once I get it. I put 2 separate circuits out here, 20 amp circuits, so I can have 2 printers on one, 2 printers on another one. Technically, you can run like 3.5 printers per circuit, but I'll just have 2 circuits there for now. So I'll have filament dryers ran for both of those, and then storage down here for boxes and stuff. Yeah, and then I'll have my desk, my computer. I have a second computer I'm gonna bring out here. I had planned on putting it here, but these fit here perfectly, so I ended up putting those shelves there. So I'll put that there. I've got a second TV, the one that we use currently at my old house. I might mount right here, or I might mount it above this window here. I'm not really sure yet. But yeah, that's kind of a tour of the shop area now. Most of this, I haven't cleaned anything out of the house now. This is all from my shop that I used to run my wheel repair company out of. But yeah, tire machines will be nice to have here. Plasma table would be nice just to be able to come out to the garage and get projects that I want to get done. The garage door is just high enough to pull my truck in here and open it up slightly, so that'll be nice for drying out. And yeah, got my sub panel installed and a bunch of outlets on this wall. This garage had 2 outlets total in the entire garage, so I think I might install a couple outlets up there for my fan. I've got a second one of those I might put on this side. It'd be nice in the summertime and when I'm using the plasma table to just blow everything out the window or out the door. But anyways, so let's go over all the stuff that I make for the camper. So handle flaps, these come in a set of 3 or an individual. I have them both up there because people have asked me multiple times. People have asked me multiple times to sell individuals, so I have them up there so you can select. This is a pre-December 2024 production. This is post-December. I leave one of them silver so I know the difference. The only difference really is that they're slightly bigger because Lone Peak decided to use a rubber gasket around their new handles. So I had to upsize these a little bit to go over that rubber handle or the rubber gasket. So those are options on there. This is the juice box light bleed and dimming thing. I did a video on that, a Technical Tuesday a couple months ago. This goes inside the juice box. This reduces all the light bleed from button to button, and it also cuts the LED brightness down by like 75%. The new juice box, I have one. Kyle still, he said that he's waiting on Android to put it on the Play Store, but the new V2 juice box, you'll actually be able to turn the lights off individually, or all the lights off inside the box even when in use. I have that one. I just haven't tested it because the Android app is not up yet. Simple phone holder. I have it so USB pass-through so you could take the phone in and out while it's still plugged in. Cup holder and junk holder. This is big enough to fit a hydro flask or like the insulated water bottles. I have it cut out so you can actually fit a big mug in there. And then just a junk drawer. A lot of people ask me, these are here so you can actually hang your keys on them. So you can keep those, so you can keep the space open. So I basically just kind of hang my keys like that. Let's see here, what else we got? We've got just a simple handle, printed in PETG. I did it because the metal ones get kind of toasty in the summertime. My Starlink dish, the big Starlink mount, I make this in a left side and a right side. So when the camper's down, you can put it up, or when the camper is up, it still sticks straight up. This is a geyser shower, just a simple mount that I made that you can screw down to whatever you want just so it doesn't slide around inside. These are Dometic water jug or water faucet risers. So I have just a non-rising one. This just locks it in place because the magnets suck on the Dometic mounts. And then this one raises it, I believe, 4 inches, so you can fit your water bottle underneath it. This is for damp rid, the small damp rid containers. So I've got it holes so you can mount them vertical or horizontal. And then the damp rid just slides in there. It fits in there kind of tight so it doesn't fall out. I keep one of those in the camper and I empty my damp rid about once a month. Diesel heater port quick attachments. This is for 3-inch hose. This is for the 4-inch hose, or 3.5-inch hose, I mean. Actually, I'm not sure. Hold on. I don't remember whatever the size was for here. Yeah, 3.5-inch. For the new heaters that they're coming out with, they're running 3.5-inch for some reason. So this is actually less restrictive because this just fits over and reduces the hose size down slightly. This one goes down a little bit because it's got to go obviously over the diesel heater port. I might actually end up redoing this and getting rid of this lip on the inside and basically making it like this, so we don't have to reduce it down as much. Diesel heater hangers. These mount to the camper rail, 2 of them, and then the clips, they slide in and you can slide them back out, easy on, easy off. Those will hold diesel heater, no issue. I haven't had any issue with mine since I made those. Light mounts for the Ironman and Harbor Freight lights, and for Baja Design rock lights. I use those for scene lights on the camper. Just a simple awning loop, so you can hook your awning strap onto it and tighten your 180 or 270 awning. I run 2 of those, one on each front and rear for the awning. I have a 270. Diesel heater mount for the diesel heater controller. I leave my controller inside because the controllers are the thermostats for the diesel heaters, so I keep it inside. These are my USB mounts. This is non-Lone Peak. This is the Lone Peak one. The Lone Peak one only has 1 screw because I actually have a tab on the back that fits into the slot. The reason for that is if you use the non-Lone Peak and the Lone Peak, the way Lone Peak designed their T-channels, you can't run wires behind their T-nuts. Their T-nuts basically fill up the entire void in the T-slot. So the reason I did this, and you can mount it left or right. You can mount it left or right. This is just enough to fit inside the T-slot, but you can still run a wire behind it. This mounts just uses the basic 2 USB. I have a picture of it on my Etsy store, but the 2 USB, just a basic 12 volt mounts. My hooks, I guess I forgot a small one, but I have a large. This is a large. The small one's about half this size. These hold about 20 to 25 pounds. I've had no issues with them. I tell people not to leave stuff hanging while you're driving. This is more for hanging stuff up while you're at camp. I've had one person reach out to me. They were hanging a pretty heavy duffel bag on this, and it broke driving down the gravel road, bouncing around. Static and dynamic weights are completely different. This is my wire cover for the juice box. This goes on top and covers all the open wire ends on top. And this is a fuse panel replacement for the juice box. All this basically does is the power light on the juice box. This covers the power light, so the power light's not blinding you in the middle of the night. Even if you don't have anything on, the power light stays on. Has a little tiny hole. You guys can see that, so it still lets a little tiny bit of light through. These are my Wolf Box camera mounts. This is for interior. This fits above the window, and so you can look out the window with your juice box, or with your Wolf Box. This is for the outside. This will mount out. I've got a recessed wiring, so you can put the wiring out behind it, and this just double sides tapes on the outside, and you can mount the camper to the camper. These are my clothes hooks. These are printed with very tight tolerances, so you can see you can't see any light behind there, but they actually come apart just slightly, basically like a clothespin. So you can slide your jacket up there. I actually hang my jackets to dry. I also use these on the back window, and hang a towel across the back window for a curtain at night. Probably my most popular thing, the rain gutters. These mount. The short side goes on the front of your camper. I've had a few people reach out trying to mount them this way, and they tell me they don't fit. That's because the T-channels are on 2 different heights, front and side. So the single one mounts to the front, The double mounts to the sides. This sits like this. This redirects the water that comes down the corners of the camper. Instead of going in your window or in your door when you open your door, this redirects the water underneath the camper above your cab, so you don't get water. You'll still get water leaks. You'll get water drips if you're parked at a slight angle or off camber a little bit, but you won't. But it'll greatly reduce it. I'd say 95% of the water. These are my large and small storage containers. They have holes in the bottoms so you don't leak water, or so it doesn't hold water. If you accidentally spill something in there, it won't. That actually adds a lot of strength to them as well. I use both of these in the camper. I keep all my USB cables in the small one. My large one, I actually keep my camp light pucks in. They fit perfectly in there. One thing I did not grab, I totally spaced on, was the locks. I've got locks that slide from the inside, so you can lock the camper from the inside of the camper. So you don't have to lock it from the outside when you get in for camp. You could just slide them over the locks, and that makes it so you can't open the doors. And then I am out of the magnets right now, but I also sell a magnetic Dometic mount. I'll post pictures of everything I forgot, but there's it sticks. It's magnetic. It clamps onto the Dometic water faucet, and it'll stick to anything metal. And it also has holes for mounting it directly to the T-channel if you just want somewhere to securely store the water faucet. But yeah, so the giveaway, 1,000 sub giveaway. I will basically give one of everything. So you can pick if you want a small or a large bin. You can have a set of gutters. You can have an inside or an outside wolf box mount. You can have you get one small, one large hook. You get a fuse cover, wire cover, diesel heater controller, one USB mount if you want for lone peak or non-lone peak. I'll probably do 2 of these. These are super simple to make. An awning, I'll do 2 awning mounts because you'll need 2 of them, one for the front, one for the rear. Light mounts, I'll do 2 light mounts. You can choose between the Harbor Freight and or Baja Design ones. You can choose either a 3 or 3.5 inch diesel heater port, a set of hangers. If you want a Dometic riser, let me know. You can choose large or small. If you want a geyser mount, you guys will get one of these. If you have a Starlink, let me know. You guys can have one of the Starlink mounts. Get a handle, a cup holder, a phone holder. If you feel comfortable taking apart your juice box, guys can have a juice box light bleed cover, and then you can have pre or post production December set of 3 cover flaps, and then I'll do a set of 3 of the locks because you'll need 3 of them. Some people just do 1 just for the rear door. I run the 3 inside the camper, and those locks actually have magnets on the back of them, so I store them on the gear vault. They magnetic stick to the gear vault, so that's where I store mine all the time. And yeah, I think that's everything. But yeah, for the giveaway, so you've got to obviously watch to this point in the video. In the giveaway, let's do just in all caps ULAG, ULAG. That stands for Upper Left Adventures. That's my channel. Upper Left Adventures gear is the G for the gear that I sell for the campers. And then here soon, once I get everything set up, I might start doing more metal projects. A few people have bought some of the stuff I make or I used to make. It's kind of a mess here. I'm running all my power to my tire machines. But these fold flat fire pits. These completely fold flat down. This is a small one, and I make a larger one. My larger one is 6 inches larger than this. And I make everything minus the pressure regulator. I make the burners for them. The burners slide in. They're completely custom. The fire pits I designed, they completely fold flat. They're made out of 10 gauge steel. I used to make propane mounts, like 5-pound propane mounts. I don't really make them much anymore because there's pretty cheap options out there now. When I started making them, there was no cheap options. The cheapest option was like $150, so I was making them for 40 bucks. But you can buy a Flame King one now for like $45. So I don't really make those anymore. And then we'll start dabbling in more metal stuff for the Lone Peak. So yeah, if you've reached this far, like I said, comment ULAG. in the comments. I'm gonna leave this up for a week, and then after a week, I'll go through and whoever commented ULAG, I'll put you guys in a random picker. We'll do a video on picking a winner, and then you'll have to reach out to me. Once we pick a winner, we'll figure it out. I'll do a video for the winner, and then we'll have to figure out. It was kind of a pain to get a hold of whoever won the 500 sub giveaway. So we'll have to figure something out on how you guys will have to reach out to me and prove to me that you are the person that won. I wish YouTube had a message system, but I'm sure it would turn into a cluster for people that are big on YouTube. So yep, until the next one, hopefully I'll be going out. I basically been spending all my time, like 80 hours a week at the new house, getting everything ready. We just had the entire house painted. We're in the middle of remodeling the kitchen, and then just doing little odds and ends. I want everything completely done before we move in, so it's kind of just been a huge chore, but we're almost there. So we'll be going camping here hopefully the next week or two, go find some snow. I might head up towards Rife Lake, but we'll see. But yep, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Appreciate all you guys.